Of all things, a campaign bus is causing a minor controversy in the Massachusetts Senate race. And here's the bus in question. It belongs to the man on the left, independent Senate candidate Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai, and on the right, wearing a mock Indian headdress, is Senator Elizabeth Warren. And it says only a real Indian can defeat the fake Indian. Well, this sits outside the candidate's campaign office in Cambridge, and now city officials have asked Ayyadurai to remove the signage, saying it lacks approvals and permits. He's planning a free speech challenge to the city. Joining me now is Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai. Welcome back in. Good to see you.
Great to be here, Sue. Thank you.
This is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I have to say. You've got a bus with a sign on it. What signage licenses do you need to do that?
You don't need a signage license, so the whole thing is ridiculous. It's basically a political move by the city to essentially squelch our free speech.
So if you put the sign up on the building, you would need signage, right?
Yeah, I mean, the rule in Cambridge, which I know well, I've owned my building for almost 20 years. I pay $70,000 in property taxes. It's very clear. Rules are pretty explicit that you're allowed the frontage of the building. So if the frontage of the building is 100 feet, you're allowed that much in square footage. So I would be allowed about 100 square foot on the building. But the building has no signage at all. This is on a bus.
So if you wrap the bus in one of those plastic wraps that every TV station has, and you can actually, get a sponsor to wrap your personal car so you can have them pay your car payment, would that be the same problem?
Well, that's what the city's saying. You see, the fundamental issue here is last year in March, we had the signage which said Shiva for Senate, be the light. In June, we changed it to Shiva for Senate, fight for America. In March of this year, a year after the bus had been parked in the same spot, we changed the signage to only a real Indian can defeat the fake Indian, which everyone loves. And that is when we got...
I don't know if everyone loves
it.
Everyone loves it. Not everyone loves it.
Well, you leave out the 1 out of 100 people. But
well,
beyond that, people love it.
Some people complain about it. Some people are offended by it. Some people think it's, but that's actually not even the point,
yeah, it's irrelevant because, in America, we're supposed to have the ability to have disagreement. At least I thought that's what it was supposed to be.
So where are we now? Where are you now with Cambridge, the city of Cambridge?
Well, we have filed a lawsuit Sunday morning. This past Sunday morning, we filed a federal lawsuit. Two causes. One is a cause in the violation of the U.S. Constitution, First Amendment, and also violation of the Massachusetts Constitution. And we're going to prevail because it's so egregious what the city's doing, and it's obviously motivated by Elizabeth Warren.
Well, do you really think it's Elizabeth Warren, or do you think it's just folks either not paying attention or responding incorrectly to a complaint or two, or just somebody out to get you? That's
well, no, it's Elizabeth Warren because we are leading in the campaign by July, we believe, will overtake Warren. And if you can look at the reaction that Warren has unleashed by using her power within some of the local media. Look, the Boston Globe put the 3 pictures of 3 other candidates and left out the dark Indian guy, okay?
But the thing with this, though, is I think you're absolutely right on this case. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I know a thing or two about free speech. I don't think I would set you up to win if I were Elizabeth Warren, to win a federal case, freedom of speech.
Well, people are stupid. People are not as smart as you think they are, especially when they have hubris in the city of Cambridge where they're allowed their free speech, what they think is allowed behavior. But the concept of someone like me running and saying only a real Indian can defeat the fake Indian bothers some people because it is a very powerful slogan because it hits at the heart of Elizabeth Warren's issue of integrity. I mean, I pioneered the entire DNA test kit on Warren, and she hasn't taken it.
All right, I got to go back and ask you about the incident from 2005. We're talking about, Bill Cosby, the hashtag #MeToo movement. We talked about it last time you were here. You had been accused of an assault. Did you have a non-disclosure agreement in that settlement with that person?
We did, because it was to protect her. I think we should also recognize that we may have to have a We Too movement. A minority of people also take advantage of this. I was a victim in this case. These were false claims which were outright dismissed. Look, we got to understand Massachusetts is extremely pro-women, right? So if there was an iota of truth, it would never have been dismissed. The fact is my case was outright dismissed, and this is extremely important for people to understand. So that's what it is.
All right, Shiva, thanks for coming in. Great
to
see you. We'll have you back again soon.